I need like a minute. Can I get some house music? All right, that's enough. I forgot to plug my laptop in. All right. Slideshow. All right. So my talk is making an alt controller, but there's not really a ton of time for that, so it's really more of a demystifying alt controllers. But then as I made the talk, it's really more talking about some buttons I like, and then with about a minute left, I'll feign a small mental breakdown and then do something else. Yep, I don't know. That's a warning. So anyways, Webster Dictionary defines an alt controller as... so here are 3 ways that you can make your own controller. First one, so I was looking for like, what was like a really simple thing, maybe. Here you go, a bit of strength. Maybe you stop here on your journey to making an alt controller. I can only imagine how much time I'd waste doing this the hard way. But yeah. Next is kind of like encoders. These are just things that you can buy online. They typically come with like arcade buttons. I like this one because it's for a keyboard and it looks kind of like a keyboard, which maybe makes it easier to work with. But then the real stuff is here with Arduino microcontrollers. I can't really do a tutorial on how to like do it. The whole purpose of them is to be easy to use. So kind of trust me. All you got to do, download the IDE, plug it in, ask ChatGPT for whatever C++ code you need, and then press the upload button, and I believe that you can figure it out. Getting into making an actual controller, here you go, wiring a button to Arduino. You got your ground pin to there, and then pin to, I don't know, whatever, some data input. But, you know, that's a bit of a simplification. Here you go, it really should look more like this. I only realized I picked a random resistor, so this diagram might not even work. I didn't count the rings like you're supposed to. So, you know, just a heads up, look out for something called a floating pin. The problem here is when the button's up, there's no connection going through all this, so it's kind of whatever cosmic rays are making it do whatever. But Arduino luckily has something built in that just means that you can ignore this. So wiring a button on Arduino, here you go. You got your diagram. Here's the simplest bit of code for doing it. We're going to use their keyboard library. So this is going to pretend to be a keyboard when you plug it into your computer. There's the input pull-up so that you don't have to use the resistor, and you do a digital read. You see when it's low, because when you press it down, it's going to connect to ground and have like no voltage, and then it's going to write a W to your computer. And then now you can, I don't know, get rid of your keyboard. If all you need is letter W. Okay, so what is even a button? That's a button is just a piece of metal touching another piece of metal that lets some electrical current pass through it. You might smugly say, energy doesn't flow in wires. We all get it. Ha ha ha. It's just we all know it's a weak magnetic field that is just pulsing. But let's keep it simple. Here you go, simple push button. There you go. You got a bit of a spring. Stops the metal plates from touching. You push it down, the metal plates touch, current goes through it. Micro switch, like the same thing. Haha, there's a button. It's just a bit of leverage. Makes it easier to press. Arcade joystick. It's just 4 micro switches. This little thing moves around and pushes the buttons. Now you can make this. So this was from Halloween. Micro switch there. You're good. A lot of stuff is basically just a button. You're just making or breaking an electrical connection. Thermostats are interesting. How do they know how hot it is? Is there like a gem in there? But really, it's just a thing called a bimetal strip. You get 2 different kinds of metal. When they heat up at different rates, so they kind of curve as they're heating up, and like a little finger, it presses the button, and that's how they work. A reed switch. So you might have seen these like come with like home security systems. It's just kind of the same thing as heating up a metal strip, but you're using a magnet to kind of pull it into another one. So that's why you can break into a lot of places if you just have a strong enough magnet. And then a magnetic float sensor. It's like a reed switch, but for water. So it's got this little thing, it floats, and then the magnet passes by the reed switch, and you're golden. Now you know how the toilet in the bathroom works, so please stop taking it apart. Oh no, I've lost my mouse cursor. I can't advance this. Okay, there we go. So yeah, there you go. Now you can do this. Now your toilet can be wired up, and you can get it to go W. And then no one can stop you from doing this. Just replace your whole keyboard with 68 toilets. So now we're leaving the realm of digital inputs. That's like, is it on or off? Is there voltage coming through? Now, we're looking at how much voltage is coming through. And the only way that you can reduce voltage, how long has that been there? Anyways, so the only way that you can reduce voltage is by adding resistance. And then if you can change how much resistance is being applied, now you are cooking. So the workhorse of analog inputs, the potentiometer. Basically, it's just, you have this ring. So it's a bunch of stuff. It connects. It has these like wipers up on the top. And it's a ring, and as you can tell, the dotted lines, the further that wiper is down this this piece of metal, the more resistance is there, and like the lower the voltage coming through it is. So if you've ever seen any knob, it's really just these little freaks wearing tiny hats. So now we've graduated to the joystick library for Arduino. We got a bunch of dumb stuff here for defining what a joystick is, but really just begin, and then you read the pin, and then you remap it, and then you set the x-axis, and you're good. Yeah, they're everywhere. Any joystick that you have, it is just a potentiometer, a bunch of them. And then photoresistors, they're real simple. When light strikes them, they become less resistance. I don't know how. I was looking into this, and it's just a bunch of this. So, in order to prove that you can use something without really understanding what it is, I made a little something using a photoresistor. So if you give me a second. All right. So we go here, full screen projector preview. There I am. All right, looking pretty good. All right, now watch out, you might be in the splash zone. So we got a laser going, and if I avoid my eyeballs, ow. I swear there's an end to this. There we go. All right, that's the end. I have another slide, but I can't be bothered to pull it up. Thank you.